Welcome back to Southside Boy Style, everyone. Here with another video again, following right on the heels of the recovery of the 2010 Dodge Caravan. So what I'm going to do here today is I'm going to put the scanner on the Caravan and see if she's throwing a code. I initially thought that day when we went to get this van that the fuel pump was not working, but quickly came to discover that the fuel pump is working and it is getting spark because it do try to make an offer when we're turning the key. So I'm thinking it's a sensor. I'm thinking maybe it's throttle position sensor or something like that. So stick around with me and I'm gonna put the scanner on and see what comes out of it. First things first, we got to plug in the scanner. Okay guys, the scanner is plugged in. We're waiting for its reading. Okay, so now that that's done, we can see we got 1 of 5 stored codes. I don't care about the evap system. That's almost every vehicle on the planet. Again, number 2 is evap system small leak. Cooling system performance. That's a strange one. Evap system again. And evap system again. So basically all codes are not related to what's happening with this van. I'm going to clear all these codes now. Okay, that was successful. I'm just checking around here, guys, to see if anything's off or not on where it should be. Well guys, I went off air and I looked around, I checked everything, I got up and under, I checked fuel filters, I went through the gas lines, I went through everything. And as you can see, it's now running. A lot of you mechanics out there, a lot of you guys that just know a lot about vehicles are not going to believe what the problem was, because I have never seen this before. This is the problem. That air filter was the problem. I wasn't getting any codes on the scanner. No codes were coming up. So that told me it wasn't nothing fuel injection related or sensor related. Now, maybe a few sensors should have picked up on a dirty air filter. I don't know, but it didn't. You guys saw on the scanner, I had all of the 5 codes were all for evap system, and I have 1 for coolant system, which I found a leak down right here. Every now and then I see a little drip coming from the bottom of this gooseneck, which I'm going to fix. But guys, this is the problem. This is why this van wasn't starting. It wasn't getting air. As soon as I took this out, I turned the key and it started up no problem inside of here. I have a new one installed. I have a new air filter installed now. And listen, I know sometimes guys, strange things can cause problems, but I'm telling you right now, I know I'm going to get comments and everybody's going to say, oh, that couldn't have been the issue, that couldn't have been the issue. Well, when I took this filter out and turned the key away, it went. So that was the issue. And I figured, okay, I put the filter back in, it started the first time but wouldn't start the second time. Took the filter back out again, it started instantly. I'm running good. You see I have no engine lights on. I have my TPS light on. That's the tire low tire indicator. I'll shut it off. It's off, it's not running, and I'll start it back up. Everything's perfect. No, guys? So I'm going to take it for a drive now. I'm going to bring you guys with me. Okay, guys. Let's take this for a ride. I had a comment once. Somebody said I say, hey guys, too much. So what I did was, because I had that comment, I say it more now. I say, hey guys, more now. So for that one person that don't like me saying, hey guys, when I say hey guys, I mean guys and gals, okay? It's not one-sided. It's just the way I talk, okay? So for some people, let's just get over ourselves and move on from it. So from now on, out of respect, I appreciate each and every one of you, but it's just the way I talk. So when I say hey guys, that's not derogatory against women or anybody else. I'm just saying hey guys. If you want me to say hey boxes, or hey cups, or hey mugs, or hey trees, then maybe some of you can make a comment. But other than that, like I just say hey guys. I gotta adjust this seat. So let's take this thing for a ride and check it out, see how it works. I know so many people are going to say, oh, that wasn't it, you're not telling us the truth. I am telling you the absolute truth. I took it, that air filter in this van started instantly. I have seen a lot of things in my life, but that's one thing that I've never encountered before. And now it's working nice and good again. I'm just driving here. Sorry, I had to do some adjustment on the camera. I'm suspecting that that temperature gauge is going to drop down on this drive. See, it's working nice. Normally the temperature goes down a bit, but not this time. Not wanting to this time. So I'm going to have to turn around and head back. But I think that's where I kicked it in a couple times. I actually should have checked the antifreeze before I left, but I just wanted to try it out. I'm not hurting this engine. I know a lot of you guys are saying, oh, he's hurting the engine, he's going to destroy the engine. No, I'm not, man. It's not up in the red zone. It's up on 3/4. If it can run on half for, how many miles is on this? Let's see. If it can run on half for 400,000, it can run on 3/4 for a couple minutes, okay? I'm not up in the I'm boiled, drink your coffee zone. And as you'll see, it'll go down now, see? And the reason why it's going down is because I'm going downhill and I got my foot off the gas. So that's just a minor issue I'm going to have to look at. And just probably low on antifreeze. It's still liking to hover around that area. As you can see, guys, there's no engine lights on, no nothing is on. I'm starting to think there's a little bit too much fluctuation in that gauge. But for some reason my fan is not cutting in, and that's a new fan and a new sensor, so that's something else I'm going to have to look at too and figure out why that's not cutting in. Anyway, guys, in regards to the van driving again, it's driving. So as you can see, guys, everything is fine in the van, everything's working good, not having no issues, everything's working. And I've never seen that before. I've never seen an air filter be the reason why a vehicle wouldn't start before. But it is what it is, okay? It is what it is. So let's start taking this gooseneck apart. I just noticed this when I was looking for the issue with the non-starting. I was looking around and I saw that it was wet down there, and then when I got the van going, I noticed that it was dripping. Shouldn't be nothing too serious, guys. I'm gonna put some gasket maker, clean this up and put some gasket maker, and it should be fine. Here's our thermostat, which is a new thermostat that I installed on it. Okay, so guys, I'm going to clean this up. You can see it's a bit dirty all around here. And this is what I'm going to use on it. I like this stuff, gasket maker. Low odor formula, remains flexible, sensor seal. See, blue RTV gasket maker. And that's what I'm using to fix that with. Alright, I'll try it. There we go. Sorry, let it go there now. Perfect. So guys, when you're using this stuff, you want to put it on and let it sit for a few minutes. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put it on, then I'm going to go clean the other side of the gooseneck. Okay guys, so I do this way. No, I know I'll get comments about this and that and that and this. People say, oh, you're supposed to put it on the van side, not that side. I'm putting this on the van side too, okay? I don't want leaks. I don't know about anybody else, but I don't want any leaks. So I'm going to let that sit there now, guys. So I'm just going to use a little bit of sandpaper just to clean around. Now, when I'm only putting a little on this portion, this side of the neck, because, well, I already have it on the other piece, and I'm not concerned about this one sitting. And the reason why is because the other one is set. My thermostat is in place. How you doing, John? Now guys, you don't want to over tighten these goosenecks too. That's just white metal and this is just plastic, so you don't want to over tighten it. I just make it tight on both ends and then just come and give it extra little push, and that usually fine. And that should be good. Now we'll connect the hose back to the gooseneck. There we go. We'll put our clamp back on and we'll let it go off the vice grips. Now you guys know I don't really like those clamps, so I'm sure that may come back to bite me. And I always just give it a little tug on both ends. I do this, guys, because you know me, I don't trust those goosenecks, not at all. So guys, I may have to go buy some more antifreeze because it seems I'm running low. This is all makes and models, by the way. so we're gonna give it a little start. So I have this one topped up right to its limit. I have this one topped up to its full limit on its side. I'm letting it run. Now guys, I don't want a bunch of questions. This is 50-50 and it's for all use in all makes, all models, okay? Do not add water. This is what I'm using. And that's good enough for this 2010. I have one more issue. That's this fan is not cutting in, which I'm going to have to address. But first I'm going to take it for a quick ride. Because I'm having fluctuations in the temperature. I shouldn't do that right now. Take this for a ride. Everything is full. I want to see, because he should back off. That temperature gauge should back off. Let's see, my fan is not cutting in, but just driving alone usually brings this one back down. So we're going to find out now if that's going to happen. Okay, so guys, I have updates here. I determined that this one right here is working. This one is sending the information through that the rad is too hot. That part I know. I have determined that the fan is working, and I'll prove that to you. I'll prove that to you, that the fan is working. My issue is, so let me recap. This sensor right here that goes into the radiator, he's working. He's sending the information down to this one. Everything's fine here. My problem is not the fan, it's nothing else. It's in this block. Something in the wiring of this block, because it's fine up to the fuse panel, everything is good. I don't have time to mess with that. That's a bigger issue. So what I've done is I've had a second switch. Let me see if you guys can see this. If you can see, I have a second switch which is identical to this switch. It's the same switch. I have them put on a separate wire, as you can see, and I have them connected to the battery. Negative. And I have a fuse installed into this one, and I ran the wire inside the van and to a switch right here. And if you'll see, I just turned the switch on. There's my fans. So guys, as you can see, this sucks, but at least I can drive the van. I can't let anybody else drive it, but I need this van for certain reasons, because I can put the seats down, and I'm constantly working at my house and everything and doing things, so I can put the seats down and I can work away. This way the fans will bring the temperature down. Now on top of that, guys, this van has been shut off for a while now, and I don't see where it's running hot like that. Right now those fans are turning. They're spinning. I'm just paying attention. You see how that's jumpy? I think there's a separate issue inside there that's happening, because that shouldn't be jumpy like that. Now, did you see that drop, that fluctuation? I don't know where that sensor is located, but that could be another issue. So guys, I've been racking my brain trying to figure out what's happening. This van right now is not started. It's not going. Notice the temperature hand. It's fluctuating. It's moving back and forth. The van is not started. So I'm going to keep the... You see that, right? It just moved again. I'm going to keep it right here. You see it's moving? You see that? It's moving. It'll go back up again in a second. And this vehicle is not running. It's not started. It's not running. So you can see the fluctuation in the actual temperature hand, the actual gauge. So I'm going to hit, remember, I connected this manual switch. I'm going to turn it on. Now that brings the fan on. Look at the temperature gauge. This van is not started. This engine is not running right now. That is impossible. So, but I'm telling you, remember guys, this fan is not running. It's not going. Like, trust me, it's not running. The engine, look. I can start it up right now. Watch my hand, listen to the van. Now it's running. See where the temperature and instantly went. I'll shut it off. It's shut off. Now I'll start it forward. And look at that gauge. I started it for 2 seconds. It wouldn't have went hot. So guys, you can notice that now it's shut off again and it's doing its fluctuation. My problem is in the temperature sensor switch, and I'm going to show you where that is. Guys, I've been racking my brains with this all day racking my brains with this. So right here is your 3.3 liter V6 engine, 2010 Dodge Caravan. That temperature sensor switch is right behind your coil, and if I can get the camera in there, you can see it right there. It's right here. This is where the temperature sensor switch is. So I'm going to take this apart, and maybe it's dirty, maybe there's a fault in the wire, I don't know, but this is the issue, because it's now saying it's 3/4. This is cold. The engine is cold, everyone. Look, if this was running hot, why could I do this? And my hand in antifreeze, it's cold. The van is not warm or hot. It's not even warm. It's cold. Guys, the reason why this is not engaging the fan is because the van hasn't been running hot. The gauge is messed up, which means that the sensor, the temperature sensor, is messed up. I apologize, I'm not fixing it right in this video. I don't like doing what other YouTubers do. They diagnose a problem, figure it out, and then they end the video because they want to have the next video for that monetization. I usually like starting and finishing if I'm fixing something, but I've been at this all day and I'm actually done with this for today, okay? I know what the problem is now, guys. So if you're looking at if you have a Dodge Caravan 2010, and if this ever happens to you and you're noticing fluctuations, instant fluctuations in the temperature gauge, and your fans are not cutting in. Now, I'm not saying this is all cases. This is a very, I bet this is a 1 in a million chance that you should never drive your vehicle. If it goes over half, you should stop it and get it checked out. But in my circumstances, it's the temperature sensor switch, which is controlling the gauge. And that's my issue. That might not be your issue, but it's my issue. You should always take caution if your vehicle is running a temperature, right? You could ruin your engine. So I have to take it back. Don't go on my word on what I'm saying. It's just in my situation, it's not an engine overheating. It's a faulty sensor that is controlling this gauge. And that's why my fans weren't cutting in automatically, because the engine wasn't hot, so the fans didn't need to cut in. It was just my gauge moving all over the place, not in the right positions. So guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to give me a like, and you know what, you can hit that bell and you'll get notified of any new video that I put out. And you know, always hit that subscribe button. And every day I'm adding new merch, so there's always new merchandise in my store, which you can just check down below and you'll see that there's, every day I'm putting different merch in there. I have hats coming very soon. I have shirts now. I have all sorts of things inside the store. So as always, at the end of the videos, don't forget to give me that like right down there. You can give me that subscribe right down there, and I'll see you on the next one.